Welcome into the Tar Heel Herald, bringing you my preview and prediction for our Week 1 matchup. First, please leave a like and subscribe to this channel. Follow me on Twitter, the link will be down in the description. Alright, UNC heads to Lane Stadium to face the Virginia Tech Hokies, who came off an underwhelming season, and if it wasn't for beating UVA, they may not even have the same head coach right now. But it's a new season, and old traditions return as we get 100% capacity back to the stadiums, and that will definitely be in favor of the Hokies as they have an electric atmosphere at Lane Stadium. Virginia Tech as the opening game will be tricky for us, but can Justin Fuente turn this thing around, or is the recruiting foresight of what's to come for the future of this Virginia Tech team? We first have to look at who may not be playing for UNC. Brian Anderson and Joffrey Brown are questionable, and I think they probably lean more towards playing than not, but I believe that, they definitely are questionable. But we know for sure Bo Corrales is not playing. The wide receiver group still has potential to do great things week 1, as it does have good depth, and of course, breakout candidate Josh Downs. We could see Sam leaning heavily on a guy like maybe Garrett Walston, since he is a proven commodity with great hands. This group will need to find chemistry out there quick, though, and having Brian and Joffrey are essential to help keep this chemistry, although the staff does trust their wide receiver group and Brian's backup, Quarion Johnson. He did start at the Wake Forest game last year and played very well for us, so and the wide receivers, like I said, have good depth, and even without Bo and Joffrey, you still have Emory Simmons, Antoine Green, and Josh Downs. You even have Justin Olson to back up the slot and outside at any point to give these guys rest. Or he sounds like he's actually earned some valuable snaps just on his own in practice. So we'll see how they split this up. But this defense might want to go one-on-one with our wide receiver group, since they probably have more experience in the secondary as a whole. They do have a freshman cornerback, but he's paired with a guy like Waller. So it'll be interesting to see how good this freshman will be. If we might want to attack him a whole lot more, but freshman Dorian Strong could be just a really good gem in the rough that they found their freshman year, or for the 2021 class. But if they do get a lot of these one-on-ones, they're probably going to be trying to put a lot in the box to try to stop the run, get some more pressure on Sam, and I think if that happens, they got to get some quick. Him and Phil Longo got to get together and need to get some explosive plays real early with these wide receivers. If they can get some explosive plays, this will help to open some things up and allow them to breathe a little bit and let this RPO really kick in gear. If the deep ball isn't there, though, and VT's cornerbacks hold us in check, then it could be a long day for this offense. I fully believe, though, this offense can get things going. It might be a little slow start, but once they're able to get every arsenal they have on their belt going, it may take a few drives before they get locked in, unless they get that long ball early, first or second drive. Then I think it can get going real quick. Defense needs to come on strong early. I assume Virginia Tech will start off with a heavy run game, sprinkle in some short passes until Burmeister can find something. I do wonder if Virginia Tech is ready to open Burmeister up completely. If we manage to stop the run, I think they need to. I just don't know if they trust it. Braxton didn't look all that great last year until the Virginia game, where he looked like a good game manager, I would say. But Herbert still stole the show, and they don't have anyone to replace him, in my opinion. They still don't have an RB1, at least not from what I'm being told. The depth chart just says or on their top 3 guys. So they could be using all 3 guys this game. I'm not sure. I thought Blackshear would be clear number one, but it doesn't seem that way as he may be splitting carries with Holston. Uh, don't forget Burmeister is also a decent runner. I mean, not as good as Hooker, but still good enough, which we struggled a little bit last year with QB running. So I'm sure we've cleaned up on that, though. And being that they don't have much in the pass game going for them, unless Burmeister takes a huge leap, of course. I know they have all three of their top pass catchers from last year, but unless Braxton can come out and be as good in that UV game, uh, that Virginia game, just consistently, I don't think he will have enough skill talent around him to carry. With that being said, UNC will need to clog the run quickly. Uh, Gemmell and Asante will be heavily leaned on and should produce a bunch of tackles as this Virginia Tech continues adjusting. With our talented CBs, their passing game may lean on James Mitchell a lot, who could be hard for UNC to cover. Uh, but besides him, there isn't much else we have to worry about. The main stat I will be watching is in the first half is the time of possession. If Carolina controls the ball over 60% of the first half, then I think we should be fine and can take this game away pretty early. The offense just may need time to get in tune and let chemistry between Sam and the wide receivers to fully flow. However, if it's the opposite and their offense gets more time to adjust, this could be another shootout to the end, like past two games with Virginia Tech, but less scoring, in my opinion. If this game is close, then that means our offense probably struggles a lot in the first half, and the defense just stayed on the field way longer than we had hoped. Uh, Now, this won't hurt us as bad as it used to, since we can swap out more guys to stay fresh on the defense. But as long as UNC doesn't go down multiple touchdowns going into the first half or coming out of the first half, then we shouldn't have any issues adjusting and fixing all the little issues. This first half could be really rough to the Tar Heel faithful, but you just got to give them to the second half because it could be hard to adjust and get into the groove with the environment at Lane Stadium. If you watch my prediction video, then you know I have this as a win. And with this game, in my honest opinion, looking like how I think it's going to, as a slow first half and then an explosive second half, uh, I'm going to say UNC wins 38-31. But I do have a weird feeling this could turn out similar to Boston College in last year, 2020, where it was just a slow game entirely, and the fourth quarter had everyone on the edge of their seats, and the score of either team may never even reach the 30s. But that's just a weird feeling. But I think this game should open up eventually and turn into a fun one. But let me know what you think the score will be down in the comment section. Remember to follow me on Twitter at ClutchSportsUNC. Leave a like and subscribe, and have a great week one as all the fans and tailgating return, guys.